All right, y'all, I've got a knife from Work Tuff Gear today to take a look at. This is the Elbrus, and it's made of Bohler K329. It's about 14 ounces, 5mm blade stock, and the Rockwell on this should be between 58 and 60. So real quick, just give you some measurements. So overall, we're looking at about 12¼ inches. The blade is about 7 inches. Looks like about a little less than 6½ inch of sharpened blade length. The thickness of the blade is a little bit over 1 5/8. There's a swedge down the back, kind of. It's like a drop point, unsharpened swedge all the way to the top. So if you did want to sharpen that yourself and make it like a double-edged knife, you could do that. Let's see here. See if you guys can see that. So the texturing is Gator grip. There's going to be some different handle options. This one is G10. I guess you can see that, guys. So my palms are about 4 inches across from there to there. I wear large mechanics gloves. Has a nice little guard right there and a finger choil. It's got a swelled out spot on the back, so you can kind of choke down, do some chopping. Has kind of like a neutral mid grip, and it is rounded, so the knife will sit slightly forward in your hand, depending on what part of the grip you were holding it at. All right, let's see if y'all can see that. Work Tuff Gear, it says 2025 K329, and that is the Elbrus. So y'all can see that this is let's see, what was this? I think this is a full flat with a convexed secondary grind. You can see that it's polished. All right, so I'll get a little bit of video of this, and then I think I'm going to cut some paper, do some chopping and batoning, and then do some then cut some paper at the end to kind of show you guys the edge retention. All right, let's do it. Okay, for a size comparison, this is a Becker BK7 that I got from, I think I bought this in like 2001 for my first deployment. Of course, I got different scales in there now, but it has some of the old spray paint from the Camo. But you can see these are about the same size as far as length and overall length go. So if you're used to this size knife or like a Rat 7, it's about the same overall length and blade length. There's the blade stock. I believe this is about 5mm. It looks like the Becker may be slightly thinner. But you can see that they both have some jimping and a small ramp on the back. Of course, we got this Work Tuff Gear texturing. And all right, just a quick size comparison so you guys can kind of see what's going on here and kind of what class knife this is in. And if I had to, pick, I would put this in like a field knife, a combat knife, belt knife. Did I say that already? But you can do probably some light chopping with this. It could be fighting, batoning. But this is a good size knife for carry. And let's go do some cutting and stuff with it so you guys can see for yourself. Okay, so real quick, I haven't used this knife yet. I haven't even cut a toilet paper roll or anything yet. So let's cut some paper really quick and just kind of see what the edge is like from the factory. Oops. All right, no surprise there. Work Tuff Gear stuff comes razor sharp from the factory. So, finally ripped. I was getting a little close to my finger. All right, let's do some chopping and stuff and see what it's like after that. All right. All right, so I've got my little baton here I made with the V44X last time. It's not as heavy as it was. It's kind of dried out, but this should be pretty tough stuff. I think this was black gum. So I think I also am cutting a piece of black gum. So this stuff is really hard and not easy to split. So this is a pretty good test, even though this is not a huge log. If it can split this, it should do really well against other stuff, because this stuff has got really grainy, multi-directional wood grain, and it is a tough wood to chop too. So we'll see what happens. I don't like to baton on the handle. I think I'm still on the blade. Like I was saying, this stuff is this black gum is tough. I think you can hear it cracking. I can get that to back out a little bit. Man, this stuff, you can hear it popping. I don't know if you guys can. We're about through, I think. All right, so just so you guys can see. All right, we got a straight knife still. So this black gum is no joke. You don't really see any knots in there. You can see some differences in how the grain's going, but no rolls or chips. But this wood is very hard. A piece of like red oak or maple or pine, it would have gone through there really easily. So it's a pretty good test. All right, let's do some chopping. All right, so this is some maple that I set aside from an earlier test. So I'm just going to show you guys how tough that that black gum was. I'm going to try to get it on the root, and I'm going to split this piece of maple here so you can kind of see just how tough that other wood was. You see that? Yeah, that's Much easier stuff. Let's do some feather sticking real quick before I start doing some chopping. Okay, so I set this wood up to dry some. Still a little wet. It was pretty cold last night. It warmed up today. So let's see if we can do some feather sticking. The wood's a little bit wet. Let's see what we can do. I think the edge is still pretty good on this, so should be fine. And I'm not like a master feather sticker, or whatever you call it. Getting some curls. If you're not seeing curls, it's not because this knife's not capable of cutting it right now. It's just because, let's see, let's get rid of this little clump. There we go. That's a little better. All right, so it will do some curls. Somebody better at doing this could probably, you know, do a little better job. All right. So this isn't green. So let's just chop this and see what this does. Since we're right here, I got a good working working log. So I just did a whole chopping and notching on that and did not hit record, so we gotta do that again. Okay, so I just went to film a whole chopping thing and I didn't get any of the chopping because I didn't hit record. I don't do that very often, but it's a pain in the butt because I have used this knife. I chopped down like a whole tree. This stuff got pushed over doing some clearing. So let's cut this up. That tends to not make people as upset as when I cut trees that are standing up. All right, that was a good cut. All the way through that. Let's see if I can cut this off. So all the way through that. Almost. All right, all the way through that. It's good. It's a good size. Let's see if I can see that. This is green wood. This is poplar. Let's see what else we got over here. see, let's go for that one. Oh, I went way down. All right, let's see if you can see this up close. We're gonna try to go through this. And right here, I'm kind of choking down my pinky off. All right, put my pinky back on. All right. All right, let's chop on something dead just so we can get some hardwood on the blade. All right, I'm gonna chop on this a little bit. This is some hard, I think, beech. But let's just chop on this some so I can get some harder wood on the blade, so when I do the paper cutting test at the end, you guys can see that, you know, I was actually chopping something besides green wood. All right, I've got to go to work, so that's about all I have time for today. Let's cut some paper and I'll wrap this up. All right, since I deleted some of this video by accident, well, I didn't delete it, I didn't hit record, and I don't know if you guys could see everything. Let's cut this so you guys can see the slicing of this green wood. Oh. All right. All right, end of the test, we chopped some hardwood. I tossed it around some, tossed a bunch of green wood. Oop, that was my fault. All right, this is the Work Tuff Gear Elbrus. It will be dropping I think mid-February, So I'm gonna try to get this video out so you guys have a chance to see it some. Okay, so you guys missed out on some carving because I don't think I hit record. So let's carve a point to this real quick. Got a knot. All right, let's do a little notch in there. All right, just a little bit, because sometimes I don't do stuff that's smart, like hit record because I'm rushing. Not the prettiest notch, but you get the point. All right. So you guys have a good one, and be safe. Watch your fingers too. I've seen a bunch of finger cutting injuries. Cutting injuries are not that bad unless you sever a tendon or an artery, so be careful. Watch your fingers and be safe. All right, so one thing I did not go over that much is the kydex. One thing that is a huge value with Work Tuff Gear is their kydex. Getting aftermarket kydex is not cheap, and this is a nicely made kydex sheath. Good retention. You can push your thumb on the back. Positive lock. And my favorite color is this OD green with black rivets. I just think that looks amazing. And it comes with this belt loop. Here we go. All right. Okay, final thoughts. So first off, this knife on the top, the green handle one, went to Last Huntsman Outdoors. So he's gonna have some reviews with this. Make sure you go check out his channel and see his video. Final thoughts is, I think this is a similar size, weight class to like a Rat 7, like a BK7. Good belt knife. It's a good all-around knife. The quality and fit and finish is top tier. So if you guys are looking for something like this, you can't go wrong with the K329 steel.